I always say, and this is a good reference piece for you, if you ever see the market move more than 2% in any direction, then the traders themselves start to pay attention. So you can see we're at like 3% here on the gold market and 2+% on the oil. So the traders are starting to pay attention to that price action. Interestingly enough, we've been sort of chattering, how long is it going to be until we actually see the US dollar start to have a bit of a counter trend rally? And it looks like it's finally starting to happen. And this is an interesting commentary too, because technically through the greed cycle, we should see stocks and growth assets do well in the US while the US dollar index is rallying. Well, how's that going to happen? Well, the only way that's going to happen is if the United States of America is the economic engine is at full tilt and the economic engine is rocking and rolling. And remember, I alluded a couple minutes ago to the fact that your pal, our buddy, said that I am going to give you pain in your lives. And we are starting to see the disinflation in the goods part of the economy. That's all these things, all the commodities. But we haven't seen the disinflation that he wants in the labor market. And interestingly enough, what's the headline today? U.S. economy creates more jobs than expected. U.S. economy added 500,000 jobs. And this is interesting because it has been probably a good, I'd almost say like 2 decades since I have seen these kind of employment reports out of the United States. In fact, probably I'd even be willing to bet that none of you watching this video can remember the last time you saw a monthly jobs report of 500,000 jobs out of the US. But this is what the US economic engine coming back online and kicking ass looks like. And this is basically the hallmark of my whole fear, greed, 17.5-year, generation, 35-year, totally. That whole cycle thesis is exactly around this. This is the part of the cycle where you are going to start to see the US economic engine coming back online and really kicking some ass. Interesting that corn, it's trying to get going here, but we're at the very end of a very long move, I think. It started there off of this W there, basically the beginning of the year. I think that the people in the know kind of were foreseeing that, hey, market's going to start coming back and, venture capital, which I think crypto really is, should outperform. You see penny stocks, usually outperform on the upside and they underperform on the downside. It's just the way the market goes. So, I'll keep these bot setups in mind. Maybe we need a little bit of a pause, but considering, market just feels very strong here. I don't really have an M top. I can't come in on the buy side up here. And kind of like what I showed you with Zug's names and Julian's names, there's no way I can buy this stuff up here. If he's banging out doubles, that means he's selling, not buying. Indicators, there is no change. And interesting enough, Willie is still stupid. Yes, we're just sort of grinding away here, but this is not a market I can get aggressive on the buy side. Quite pleased to see things like sushi, which I had to take a lot of heat off of. No, back in the money. Just look at the money pouring in. And as I pointed out earlier, names like Matic are just kicking it.